WanderingWinder watching another game of Apostolosoruler, this time playing against LeBron23. Looks like Apostolosoruler had a 2-5 and declined to get anything on the 2, which obviously looks like the right play here. LeBron, however, with a 4-3, has a more interesting call. You could go for Apothecary, as it's going to be a quick way to get up. You could also go for Baron. I think those are the two main options. And then what you pair it with is a question. The main thing that you're going to be doing here is drawing with a lot of warves, using Crown as a village, and going based off that. I like the Baron. I think I like the Baron. I think the Apothecary thing, I don't know. I could see calls for either way. So I really don't know. Crown is cute that it can be played on Apothecary if you want to get a bunch of Apothecaries. I really dislike opening Acting Troop. First of all, I don't think Acting Troop is such a great card, but more importantly than that, yeah, Acting Troop is, well, it's a village, and like most villages, you don't want to open village. Now, I think it's a fine village, and maybe you get it here because it's cheaper than Crown, but I'm not so convinced. Also not sure about the Skulk. And again, I don't like this village from Apostolosoruler. It seems too early to me. Also not real sure about the Skulk that he got. Here I would get Wharf and Silver. You want a lot of Wharves. And if his previous Acting Troop would have been a Silver, I would have maybe have thought about getting Acting Troop there. But that's all moot. Obviously here there's only the attack to give. Miserable is nice, as the endgame considerations will probably come up. Having the troop miss is, not nice, but what can you do? A hunting party is interesting. I think I would have probably just gotten another wharf. And I would play this wharf, but I probably wouldn't play the skulk. The villagers are too important. And yeah, I don't really think I like these skulks. Yes, gold is better than silver, but gold on a junkie card is probably not. And I don't think you don't need the plus buys from the skulk with the wharves that you're going to have floating around. And yeah, apart from that, I don't know. Here, there's a number of interesting decisions which could be made. Another acting troop at some moment could be okay. I think I'd be looking at probably Wharf Crown, though. This is a lot of skulks to have. A lot of skulks. And it just bloats your deck up. And yeah, I don't know. It does potentially open Harbinger up to be okay. A hunting party is obviously better for LeBron23 given the presence of Baron in his deck. I guess maybe to some extent the presence of Apothecary. Those kind of sort of work together. This is probably going to be an Apothecary and could be another Baron. Could be another acting troop maybe. Yeah, it's another troop. It doesn't have very many terminals though. Another troop for Apostolosoruler, which is fine, given that he looks like he's using the troops as his primary village and he has a lot of terminals now. This gets to be troop and Baron, and he has a lot of money, so he can go. I think I would go Apothecary Wharf here. You really want to get another Wharf? Yeah. So LeBron's deck is really coming together now. Wouldn't get anything else, and he doesn't. Good. This is going to be acting troop and should be another Wharf buy, I think. Goes for Crown. Seems a little early for Crown to me. I think I would have wanted another Wharf first, but whatevs. This hunting party gets played, and this apothecary gets played. And this is the whole deck drawn now for LeBron. So that's pretty nice, and I would expect Apothecary, Crown, Hunting Party, or something of that nature. Crown is a nice thing that you can plop on your Baron if he's drawing his deck like this. He's just getting a bunch of golds with the Skulk, which is okay, but I don't think he's drawing reliably enough for me to like that yet. I would have wanted a little bit more of the drawing kind of things first. Um, yeah, particularly as your apothecaries are going to be drawing progressively less the more other stuff you add in your deck, and you just added 3 more stop cards. So he won't draw his deck this turn, basically for sure, and yeah, he isn't here. Poverty, discard to 3. Yeah, well, that's an easy decision. Now 13, this is probably going to be Apothecary, double Acting Troop, and a 5 maybe. Which I wouldn't really like, because I don't think he needs, yeah. Hunting Party, Wharf. Again, I think I would have been liking a Crown, but this is not so bad. Yeah, easy decisions there on the Wharves. I don't know that I would be playing these Skulks as Apostolosoruler, and playing one Skulk seems like a really weird decision. Not necessarily that it's wrong, but it seems more likely to me that he should either have played 0 or 2. It's not like War was the hex that you were really hoping for, I don't think. I mean, it's okay, I guess. What did it trash? Trash the Skulk. That was actually probably even friendly. And a Wharf gets played here, and then the Baron gets played. Oh, 2 Wharves get played and the Baron. So he is now low on actions. So he wants to do something. He should want to do something about that anyway. So I think Apothecary, Acting Troop, Crown, Province would be appropriate. Could be Crown and another Wharf and something, but I don't like the Skulk. I don't like it a bit. He's gonna run out of actions here, I think. Well, I mean, the Skulks he's just not going to be able to play, but that's okay. But I really want a Crown, especially for his deck. That is a really good Locusts there for Apostolosoruler. It's a lot of Wharves he's going to have here. He's probably taking another Acting Troop here. He just takes a silver. That's fine, I guess. He has so many terminals now, though, he is going to actually chew through these villagers pretty quickly. 3 Wharves in play for LeBron. Really more Wharves than I think you want to have in play at once, given the number of Wharves in his deck. I think that's all the Wharves in his deck? Yeah. So he gets to draw every meaningful card in the deck. And he gets to play the troop. He can play an Apothecary or not, it doesn't matter. Well, now he shouldn't. I don't think I would have been wasting... I would not have wasted, yeah, the villagers for these Skulks. But greening should really be happening here. Piles, the Skulk, the Acting Troop, and especially the Wharf piles are low. So this is probably like Apothecary, Crown. I really think that he needs more actions, so Crown finally there. Okay. Wharf is obviously going to be what's led on here for Apostolosoruler. Whenever he gets back to his keyboard, there's not really much decision, I don't think. Keep in mind that Ball helps lower piles as well. That's pretty bad. He just has to buy a silver here. I'm pretty sure silver is better than nothing for him, but we'll see if LeBron... Yeah, crowning the hunting party is good because you need the actions, I think. Though there's some argument that you might want to crown, I guess, Apothecary, but Baron. Ooh, 9. That's not a ton of draw for him, and he didn't get a Wharf in play either. Wharf, Wharf, Wharf. Okay, Envious is pretty good. Province and another crown, I would think. Oh, I don't like Duchy. Yeah, I don't think I like Duchy. Though it's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing for sure. This is going to be a close game here, I think. LeBron certainly seems favored, but his next couple turns are probably going to be worse, so... There's also the villagers running out being an issue for both players. And this is Envious, right? Yeah, and that's also going to be an issue here. I really would not have wasted my last villager on playing that skulk. Gets another crown. I would have expected Apothecary and Acting Troop. I guess crowning Wharf better than just playing Wharf. I would probably not play either of these skulks because he's quite low on villagers. 9, 13, 17. So double province seems to be in order. You really can't play around LeBron double provincing. I definitely wouldn't play the last skulk with my last villager here. One of them was maybe okay, but you're really starting to run out of stuff. Oh, it's only 16. I can't count. Well, still double province. Now the situation looks pretty good for Apostolosoruler because I think it's going to be very hard for a double province to come for LeBron here. Yeah, being out of villagers is really hurting here because you would really like to play Wharf and then play on, and he's not going to be able to, so he has to choose between playing Wharf, Baron, and Skulk, and I obviously would not expect Skulk. This is better in the short term, but the extra 4 money I don't think is worth it, and I think I would have just played the Wharf. Now you play a Wharf here as opposed to Apostolosoruler. Yeah, this is kind of bad. Wouldn't have played the Skulk. Because I want to keep that villager. And now he's going to be in rough shape with the villagers. Yeah. So I think this has been some villager mismanagement. Just the hexes are not worth the villagers, I don't think. Should be an acting troop in a state. I don't know. You just have to play Wharf here, of course. And province estate, I guess. Seems safe enough, more or less. Or at least, you know, as safe as you're going to get. So I think all of these cards are in his hand now, at which point it's a decision about whether to play Apothecary next or whether to play... Oh, there's a crown. Huh. This is getting close to double province territory, I think. Huh. 2 golds, 2 coppers, and a crown, and a baron. If you can't crown the baron. double province doesn't work, but province duchy estate does. So if he gets 13 and an extra play of his baron, which he can just do, I think, yeah, if he wharfs to draw gold and estate, then he can crown his baron, discard the estate, gain an estate, and then he'll have, well, 15 money. He actually has more than enough to win. This probably also wins, but now a baron for the money, and this should be enough money to win the game. Yeah, province, duchy, estate, and another estate if you want, and a curse if you want, but you don't. Yeah, that was an interesting game, and I think the theme, there were a couple of things, right? There was the hunting party and apothecary stuff, but I think the villager management was a big theme, so I think it's an interesting game for that.